Hi, it's Mindy Meira, Be More Health Coach. So, this is for Patty who's new to rolling. So, it's a bit of an introduction, and Cookie's here teaching too today. Good girl. Okay, so here's the first roller we're going to talk about, which is the soft roller. This happens to be a $55 roller I got on Amazon. I'm going to put a link. It is not the same as the $5 rollers at Five Below. Um, and I don't know what to say. You could start with one of those just to get a feel for the technique, but this is made with organic materials and it really does feel different. So we start by laying on the roller. Sorry cook. So you should be able to have your tailbone on one end and your head on the other, so nothing's hanging off, and you're evenly distributing your weight. And just the act of letting your weight hang on either side is a big release for the latissimus dorsi, which is the muscle in the back that goes from your hips to your shoulders. So if you're on the roller, you want to take some slow, deep breaths in and out. Got the knees bent and the feet grounded, the arms extended. It is a balancing act for some people. You can shift your weight in your hips and in your shoulders, but just getting on the roller and just resting here is a great first step. And a second step is to extend the legs long and again shift the weight. You could be here 1 minute to 5 minutes to even 10 minutes, depending on the response your body is having. It might be like a really big drink of water where you didn't realize that you're a very forward person and you really need this backwards relaxation. So when we come off of the roller, you do want to have your knees bent, so walk your feet back towards your bottom and then come off gently to one side. So I'm going to show you the roller horizontal to the body. So I'm going to have it between my bra line and my shoulders. So I'm just coming back and I'm going to drape over it. So you can cradle your head in your hands. I've got my fingers interlaced, feet close to the bottom, and then rolling over it just a little. This is a very big chest opener. So take big, deep inhalations and exhalations. And it's about finding what's right for you. So I'm just rolling over it so that I can settle my hips down, supporting the head and the neck. It's a gentle compression against the upper back. And it's that soft massage feel. If it's right for you, you could press into your heels and roll an inch or 2 or 3 up and down. It should feel so good to your shoulders, to your upper back. And you can work your way all the way down so that the roller's under you. But this is good starter rolling positions. This is what I call the squishy spiky ball. I think it's magical. Someone asked if they wanted me to come over and fill up my balls, and I said no, because this can be put directly under the spine without any worry that I'm going to injure my spine. You probably can find these at Five Below type stores. I once ordered like 100 from, I think, a yoga supply company. But I'm just going to show you that I'm going to put it here below my neck at my upper shoulders where the upper back gets tight. And then I can just rest over the ball, drape your body over the ball. So it's really not safe to do that on the spine with anything that is not squishy and doesn't have give or wasn't designed to go over the spine. But these balls are okay, and as you advance through rolling, you could even use 2 balls, one on either side of the spine. It gives a gentle resistance and acupressure kind resistance that is unbelievable. So that's the upper back. You can move it down to your lower back. Some rollers are contraindicated for the lower back because that's where the kidneys are. Move slowly. I do a whole class where we roll over our glutes and our medial glutes, the IT band, which is the connection from the outside of the knee to the outside of the medial glute. Like I started to show with the back, there's a lot of rolling you can do with the back on this roller. We can roll our feet. In my classes, we often do foot massages, especially in the winter. Sometimes we use a golf ball and we roll over the golf ball. Sometimes we just use our hands. I show people a lot of options with these different supports, I guess. Now this is the most intense and advanced rolling technique. It's called a X-Trigger roller, and it has a lot of indentations here, and it almost feels like fingers, like somebody's really massaging you. It's the same technique that you put it by your upper back from your bra strap to your neck and shoulders, and you roll horizontally. So this is horizontally. You could start standing against the wall and press up and down. But we're not going to get into that now because it's very advanced, and I just wanted to give a little overview on rolling. So that's my overview on rolling. I highly recommend getting the soft foam roller, but the expensive one. It's very hard to imagine how good this feels to lay on and rest on. And Patty, you were asking me, like, what do I do on my off days? And this is the roller I was saying, like, to be considered a true off day. It just really assists the body in lengthening and oxygenating. And so much of the off day for me is about going in the other direction. So I tend to not overdo, but really do a lot of activity and a lot of resistance. And then this gives the backside of the body the chance to open and to do its thing. I also use lacrosse balls and tennis balls. So I'm going to grab one of them just to show you. So here's a lacrosse ball, and I think it's on par with the resistance of the X-Trigger roller, meaning that if I roll my glute, so here's my medial glute, and I'm on this ball, it's pretty intense feedback, which I can control by pressing into my feet. See, I'm coming all the way off the ball, so I could just put a little bit of my weight in using my arms. I can come all the way down. Why do we roll? It's a myofascial release. Releases a lot of the tension and the muscular strain from working our muscles, so we don't lose our gains, but we gain this flexibility and this smoothness in our tone. Here's a half a tennis ball. So a lot of times I'll start people like on a half a tennis ball because maybe they're sensitive to the little soft, spiky, squishy ball, or they just don't have supplies. So I'll send them home with half a tennis ball, and I'll say, go to sleep with this half a tennis ball, and if you have an ache or a point of tension or tightness in your body, maybe you want to just lay over that. Sometimes you get it in your arm or in your leg. You just get a little area that got so tight, and the feedback that the tennis ball gives, because the tennis ball is so soft compared to a golf ball or compared to a lacrosse ball, it just brings oxygenation to the area because the body has an awareness about that area other than just the tightness. Okay, that's my overview. So thank you for watching.